Good evening, I'm Rick Van Hoos.
And I'm Carissa Lawson. A Target 32 investigation takes a closer look at the state child protection system 1 year after we first raised serious questions about an agency that saw a dramatic rise in the numbers of children it removed from homes.
And you may remember we had to go to court just to air our initial reports after an attempt by the state to stop us from showing you what's going on. John Bolt joins us with his latest investigation.
We are being swamped again with complaints, very similar to what happened last year. Now, we can't tell everyone's story, but we can give you an in-depth look at one case that exemplifies the things we are hearing in hundreds of complaints. Allegations of quick-trigger child removal with no proof of parental wrongdoing, and then retaliation against those who fight back. You are looking at something hundreds of Kentuckians experience every year, but few others ever see. It's videotape of a confidential hearing to remove children from the custody of their parents, and it was given to us by a Hardin County woman after we started investigating her case.
Well, they took them right after court, so I didn't get to say bye or anything. They just went straight to my house and removed the kids for 1.5 days missed school.
While it may take weeks, months, or years to take someone's freedom away in a circuit courtroom, on May 16, 2005, it takes 17 minutes to take 3 of Vanessa Shank's children away in a family courtroom. This hearing consists of a judge, a state-appointed attorney to represent the children, a Cabinet for Health and Family Services attorney, and to his left, the only witness he will call, state social worker Carlonda Fields, who testifies Shanks gets no child support from an absent father who is thousands of dollars behind, and this is why she says Shanks' children have been taken away.
The children are in our custody because of 2 substantiated reports of neglect. The first one was educational neglect on the children. The second one was medical neglect.
Truancy was the original allegation, but they then came to the home and said that the home was unsafe because I just got done doing laundry and there was a bleach bottle on the floor. So my home was unsafe for the children.
The only proof offered of educational neglect is testimony from the social worker that one of the 3 children they removed had a kindergarten reading level even though he was 11. As for the number of school days missed, no school records are offered, just an opinion from the caseworker.
Was because she just was unable to get up and get them to school.
On the allegation of medical neglect, no evidence of that is offered for 2 of the 3 children. The social worker testifies the other child, who has spina bifida, has missed some doctor's appointments.
These children have been neglected in the sense that she hasn't done what a reasonable parent would do to ensure that their parents or their children have a safe and nurturing home and fulfilling their potential. Would that be correct?
That is true. The mother is unable to establish or maintain employment, maintain housing.
17 minutes into the hearing, the judge says he's heard enough.
I think all the essential requirements have been established. I find that the requirements of the statute have been satisfied and that orders of termination should issue for each of the 3 children.
Not seeing them, I didn't see them for 11 months, and it's devastating. It's like the hardest thing on earth you can go through. You know, it's like it's like someone close to you just dies. You know, it's just like you don't have that part of you no more, you know, because they're all a piece of me, and that's the part I didn't have anymore. So
when she fought back, appealing the ruling, she says they took her other 3 children away and then briefly removed 14 children from her extended family.
The first thing that came to us and said was, well, you started an appeal. Nothing else.
It's just retaliating against you think?
Basically. Yeah, I believe so. My whole family, they retaliated. It ain't stopped there, though. It's still going on.
We tried to check out this allegation, but CPS won't talk to us about individual cases. Attorney Bob Bishop couldn't believe what he saw when he took Shank's case and reviewed this hearing that he says contains no proof.
There has to be some evidence of wrongdoing that has placed the child in imminent danger or has hurt the child, and a pattern of conduct, of that type of conduct, and that's not due to poverty alone.
He would come home and he'd say, "You wouldn't believe this," you know, and he says, I just can't believe these stories I'm hearing. And then it happened to us.
That's right. Social workers have removed Bishop's adopted daughter from their home, too. Again, records in this case are sealed.
And they said, if you do not cooperate with us, we're going to take all your children and we're going to charge you with emotional abuse.
Fortunately for Vanessa Shanks, the Kentucky Court of Appeals has ruled the judge made a mistake in allowing her 3 children to be removed, and she is going to get them back. The court unanimously ruled the state acted in haste and offered no proof of abuse or neglect. Endings like this are rare. Records show terminations of parental rights have been upheld in the majority of such cases before the court over the past 10 years. Now, the man in charge of CPS agreed to meet with us just a couple of hours ago after postponing a scheduled interview last week. The commissioner won't discuss individual cases like Shanks, but he did comment on the issue of retaliation, the most common theme of the hundreds of complaints we received.
I have not seen any signs of retaliation and will not tolerate retaliation. We touch a tremendous number of children and a tremendous number of families. Isolated cases are going to surface, and we will address the issues very quickly and very appropriately when they do.
Now, the commissioner also today announced an independent group has been named to come in and review the way parental rights are terminated in Kentucky. That adoption task force comes in addition to an investigation of CPS also now underway by the State Inspector General. We'll have much more on this coming up tonight at 11, including a closer look at this allegation of fast-tracked adoptions, all in the name of money, to make more money off federal reimbursements.
Unbelievable. Yeah. All right.